as coconut, fruit and oil, but also provides essential vegetation cover to mitigate the effects of the climate change. In support of the government's Green Ghana initiative, the World Food Programme has partnered with the Forestry Service Department in the three northern regions to support reforestation projects. In several districts, are supporting the Forestry Service Division with food for work reforestation programs, which have cultivated almost 5,000 hectares. Mr. Chairman, we love the government's Green Ghana initiative and continue to encourage all of us who are actors in food security to join hands to roll out innovative programs that boost food production and nutrition, build sustainable solutions to hunger and positively affect our environment. We must be driven by a common purpose to solve the remnants of hunger in Ghana.
It is a pleasure for me to address this August gathering in commemorating the 31st World Food Day celebrations. The theme for this year's celebration, Food Crisis from Crisis to Stability, has been chosen to shed some light on the volatility of food prices and what can be done to mitigate its impact on the poor and the most vulnerable. Mr. Chairman, my task today is to read to you the statement of the Director General of FAO, but before I do so, please allow me to say a few words on what FAO has been able to contribute to the fight against soaring food prices and price volatility of basic food items. In controlling soaring food prices, the FAO, under its own initiative, launched in December 2007 and helped to distribute key inputs such as seeds, tools, and fertilizer to poor farmers in some 90 countries that were hardest hit by the price volatility. And in 2010, the FAO delivered over $800 million in emergency and technical cooperation assistance in 70 countries. Recently, through its advocacy role, the FAO, together with the OECD, led a team of 9 international organizations in preparing a series of recommendations for the French presidency of the G20 on how to manage food price volatility so as to protect the most vulnerable. The organization also monitors and analyzes the causes of food price volatility in global and national markets through its global information and early warning system and publications of the Food Price Index, the Food Outlook, and the Food Price Monitor. And closer to home, here in West Africa, a regional project on improving rice production was conceived in the aftermath of the food crisis of 2007 and 2008. And in Ghana, we distributed motor pumps and seeds and fertilizer to farm families who were most affected. And the UN family also has a joint program in the northern regions funded through the UN Human Security Trust Fund. And now, Mr. Chairman, I would like, with your permission, to read the statement of the Director General. Food prices from crisis to stability has been chosen as this year's World Food Day theme to shed some light on a trend that is hurting the poor consumers, the small producers, and agriculture in general. Food prices, which were stable for decades, have become increasingly volatile. If we are to seriously address the issue of world hunger, more effort has to be made to address the problem of food price fluctuations, particularly for those who spend most of their incomes on food, to ensure that they can return from the market with enough for their families to eat nutritiously. The causes of food price instability are well known, but what can be done about it requires political will. The global food market is tight, with supplies struggling to keep pace with demand, and the stocks are at or near historical lows. Droughts or floods hitting key producing regions squeezes prices further. Agriculture cannot respond fast enough with increased food production because of long-term underinvestment in research technology, equipment, and infrastructure. And increased wealth means many people worldwide are eating more meat and dairy products, driving up the price of animal feed. And 80 million people are born every year, creating more demand for food. A further contributing factor may be the recent entry of institutional investors with very large sums of money into food commodity futures markets. And lastly, distorting agricultural and protectionist trade policies bear a significant part of the blame. At the level of net food importing countries, price rises can hurt poor countries by making it much more expensive for them to import food for their people. Farmers are hurt too because they badly need to know the price that their crops are going to fetch at harvest time, months away. If high prices are likely, they plant more. If low prices are forecast, they plant less and cut costs. Therefore, rapid price swings make that calculation much more difficult. Greater policy coordination in international food trade can reduce volatility by helping maintain an assured flow of goods. FAO supports the elimination of trade-distorting agricultural subsidies in rich countries. On speculation, FAO's research suggests that while this might not trigger price movements, it could exaggerate their size and duration. More and better information is needed to allow greater transparency in trade on futures markets. And this would help ensure that governments and traders make informed decisions and avoid panic or irrational reactions. As to mitigating the effects of volatility on the poor, national or regional safety nets, possibly featuring emergency food reserves, can help assure food supplies to the needy during crisis.